with glitter still in my face. Right now, I'm in the forest at Ängsbacka. I've been to Tantra week. And I feel called to do a live, even though I technically have no idea what I'm gonna say. This stairs of gratitude. Of seeing around me the change I want to see in the world. And it's interesting because things as natural here, it's difficult to even put it into words. Because up until experiencing it myself, I would have thought it was crazy or didn't make any sense. It's about being safe to be me, and for you to be safe to be you. It's about a deep honesty to life and yourself. One of the most profound healing experience I had 3 years ago here was actually as simple as being in a mixed shower, because yes, that's how it is here. We have mixed showers. It's that experience of standing naked with other people and just feeling the naturalness of it, including as a woman feeling a male gaze of appreciation for your body, but it doesn't feel nasty. Because when you learn to be around, when you experience being around environments where it's natural to be in your body and be naked, you can learn to look at another person without that taker energy. And I don't know how to use any other words other than one of my favorite things here is to be around other people naked. And when I'm saying naked, I don't necessarily mean physically actually naked. Because no, we don't run around naked, because it's like in public areas you have to wear panties, but it's normal here to go topless. And that is also so liberating. I'm feeling inside and I'm just feeling frustrated, trying to find the words, because the words just doesn't cover the depth of cracking your heart open. And being then in situations where it's natural, meaning that you can have a person there who's crying and in a big process, and you can have another person on the next carpet or table, someone is sitting there making out, and then on another table someone is sitting there laughing, and then on another table someone is meditating or just enjoying their food. And through situations like that, we also lose the shame of emotions. That is okay, that is normal. And through that, we also get to embrace so much more of life and ourselves. One of the workshops that made a huge, massive impact, it was eye gazing. And what you do then is sitting in front of another person and you connect with their left eye and you simply gaze into that eye. You meet your own discomfort by looking, just looking. But also what starts to happen is that the other person often starts to actually turn into different kinds of faces and forms. And I'm sensing inside of myself, I'm not going to spend this live talking about that either. I do feel like calling another workshop that made massive impact. And that was a yoni, which means vagina, activation. Where someone is holding a finger on top of my vulva, just holding, not a finger, but the cupping my vulva, and just holding. This is not about sexuality. It's about de-armoring, meaning to bring back sensations in tissue that has gotten, like in the skin and the nerve endings, that has gotten numb. And if one felt safe for it, and I did, then the other person also put a finger inside. And so for, I think it was like maybe 30 minutes, someone is just sitting there with their finger inside of me, not moving it, just holding it there. And we were a big room with I don't know how many people, maybe over 100, that were doing this. Sitting next to each other, naked. Some were cupping the lingam, which means penis in Sanskrit, wand of light. And just holding. Just holding. And through that, just releasing this massive, massive healing. And the brainy explanation of part of that is because we trained that these parts of us has to do a lot of movements, and they have to do, and they have to bring pleasure, they have to do. So what happens when they're just allowed to just be, and you just bringing your awareness to this point? So in some ways, maybe you can call it a yoni activation, like a pussy activation, rather than a meditation. And around me, people some were screaming in pain because of all the release. And some were having orgasms, and energetic orgasms. And just all kinds of expressions around. And you're also learning to just sit there with your own sensations. And even for me, that knows about this stuff, is mind-blowing. It's really mind-blowing. And also being in a situation where, you're having cuddles with people, meaning people you don't maybe just met a second ago. It's normal here to just embrace, stroke each other. Giving love. And I'm so sad that this isn't normal in the world. And I want to make it normal. I want all emotions to be welcome because they are. There are no bad emotions. It's energy activating in your body, telling you to pay attention. And one of the most scary things here is that some of the workshops you have to go with a partner or find a partner in the workshop. That means putting yourself vulnerable, just walking around, looking at people's eyes and seeing if they want to connect. It's scary as hell. But it's also really sad that we are so afraid of rejection that often we actually don't dare to connect with people. We're afraid that we might get rejected, so what happened? We don't dare to reach out. And then we're actually rejecting the other person. I feel I'm gonna round up. I didn't have a plan how to do this live. I simply wanted to show up. And also share that I don't want to leave. And today is the last day. And adding that huge part of this week has been really hard. Because when you're in this honest space with yourself and others, things come up past pain and past wounding. And you get to be with them. And you get to heal it. But healing it's painful. It can be hard. But it's so beautiful. I know I'm crying, but it's of pure joy and gratitude. I haven't been able to watch any of the comments. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So if anyone have questions about what I'm sharing, I'm gonna answer them in the comments. The lucky date. So pretty. Oh no, my vanity is coming online. And this is where I am right now. It's when you walk in the grounds here, you can just feel the energy vibrating. Yeah, I have to add that too. It's like all this week my body has just been humming with energy. The first workshop I went to was a tea ceremony, and I got a tongue orgasm by sitting there meditating, taking that sip of tea. Of course, it wasn't just an ordinary tea, it was a special kind of tea, served in a beautiful way. And I just got a spontaneous energy orgasm in my tongue. And just imagine how much people are chasing pleasure and orgasm. And for most people, that orgasm is just a few seconds of intense spasms. Well, reality is that life is orgasmic. And our sexual orgasm can last for minutes, minutes and minutes. Everyone has a capacity to be multi-orgasmic. And that we also have the capacity to actually have energy orgasms every day without touch. And the path getting there is being deeply sensitive, deeply aware and in tune with one's body. And when you become empowered by your sensitivity, it becomes sensuality. The more I feel, the more I can make good choices. Who is good for me? What situation is good for me? Being a deeply sensitive person takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of bravery, takes a lot of strength. To numb, that's a coward. Just think about it. I do not have the energy or the courage to feel this emotion, so I'm just going to box it up. It's just that it's energy, and energy is constant. That's pure physics. So when you box it up, it will show up as pain in your body, causing you disease, discomfort. And the other option is to get empowered by your emotions, by your feelings. So yeah, this is what I got in. Essential shadow work. How to become empowered. Being deeply sensitive, as in sensual. As I'm saying this, I'm just feeling the energy running through my body, in particular my feet. So much pleasure. This was a funny, weird live. I'm gonna do more of this. And a butterfly just passed me. Life is a gift. It's such a gift. Yeah, and one more thing to add. One of the days here focus was death. So we did death meditations and focused on death. And that's something I want you to think about. If this was your last day, if you knew that this was your last day, how would you live it? Maybe you would have that courage of going up to that person, asking for a hug, or getting into conversation. Or maybe someone that you love. Or maybe, I don't know, is there a cake you want to eat? Do you want to go and swim in the ocean? Maybe that's something to contemplate every day. If this is my last day, because it actually can be. How can I embrace that and live more? I love me. I love myself. And I love you. I'm in this crazy love vortex where I just love the whole world and everything and anything. It's beautiful.